Hi there and welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Have you had an opportunity to subscribe to the channel yet? If not, take a second, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like and share. When I say the word entitlement, what comes to your mind? Are you thinking about the rich kid that doesn't have to work for anything in their life, has everything at their beck and call? Or are you thinking about when you hit 65, you're entitled to the following benefits? Entitlement can be viewed in many different ways. In society, there's so many different elements of entitlement. People feel entitled in a lot of different situations, and it can come across as arrogant, disrespectful, and just plain, what's the word I'm looking for? Plain wrong. Entitlement, let's start. Young kids nowadays, now I don't mean to generalize, but a lot of them have this sense of entitlement that they don't need to work. They can just go to school, come home, mom and dad will pay for everything. In a lot of cases, this is true, but in other cases, a lot of parents are single parents, perhaps have a job that only lives paycheck to paycheck. So they may not be able to get the best, most fashionable clothes to go to school and look at, and in fact should really have a part-time job themselves. Other kids have a sense of entitlement when, oh, I don't need to work hard because the teachers will pass me anyway because they can't fail anybody. So they don't even put any effort forward at all. Or some kids are, my parents will always take care of me, they'll always be around, so I don't need to learn how to do things for myself. So I don't have to clean my room, make my bed, or help around the house. These senses of entitlement have been forged and put into children's minds by previous generations. Now I know all parents want what's best for their children, and they want the child to have more than they had before. I know for my own family, my father always wanted us to have a better education and have better things that he had, and he gave us a lot. And of course, we got comfortable with that. But the one thing my father did, which was so good, is continue to teach us work ethic, to work hard, and encouraged us to try our best at everything. Now, entitlement also comes across when people feel they're in a leadership role. They're entitled to boss people around. They're entitled to tell them that they need to do things for them. I've seen so many managers treat their personal assistants as if they're at their beck and call for everything. Go pick up my laundry, go get my lunch, go do this, go do that, without treating them with equal respect and appreciating them. Just because you have a leadership role does not mean you're entitled to treat people poorly. Another sense of entitlement that I see a lot are in relationships. Oh, my husband will always love me, so I don't have to take care of myself. Or my wife won't leave me because I bring home a good paycheck. I'm entitled to be treated perfectly because I do this, this, and this. The reality is, entitlement is not something that is a part of a relationship. The only thing you should be entitled to is commitment, because that's what you sign on for when you get married, is commitment. You still have to both work hard and treat each other with respect. The other thing that I've noticed with entitlement goes along the world of disability as well as social services. So as individuals with disabilities, we have things that we need, absolutely. And we are entitled to some things. So let's just say, for example, somebody with a disability is entitled to the disability tax credit, or somebody with a disability is entitled to receive personal care help so many hours per week. That is a different thing. That's when somebody is absolutely in need. But for somebody who may have lost their job, we're very fortunate in Canada. We have EI, employment insurance, and you pay into that of your paycheck, so you are entitled to receive that for so many weeks. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't still continue to look for a job. A lot of people see it's easier to stay at home and claim welfare because they feel entitled to it. Oh, well, I don't feel like working, or I've hurt my foot, or whatever the small thing is that they feel that they can't work. They have this sense of entitlement that the government should take care of them. And in fact, that's completely wrong. Those services are there to help people when you're absolutely desperate need. So let's look at COVID-19. When all the businesses shut down because of the virus, nobody could work. In order for people to survive, the government stepped forward with the CERB to give each person entitlement if they were not able to work because of the virus. That is a blessing. That is a fortunate thing, but we're not entitled to that. Each Canadian works hard and puts money towards things in order for others to benefit from. But when some people are just plain lazy and have the sense of entitlement that they deserve to be taken care of because of something that they're going through, or they just don't feel like working, that's wrong. There's so many different aspects of entitlement, but what we need to ask ourselves is, where does a sense of entitlement come from? Have we set a precedent amongst our kids of feeling entitled? Have we set a precedent through our government and social service programs that everybody is entitled to things? It's not bad to be entitled to something when you pay into it, especially if it's a pension or something that you've worked hard for your life to get at the end of the day. Absolutely, you are definitely entitled to that. But what bothers me is these people that have a sense of entitlement that mom and dad will take care of me, or my spouse will take care of me and I don't have to do anything. The reality is we all have to work hard to achieve anything that we get in life. Some of us are fortunate. Some of us have parents that have helped us out along the way. But we should never take advantage of that and never assume that it will continue to help him. We need to show that we are thankful, that we're working hard despite challenges, and prove to people that we never assume or feel that we're entitled to things. Why, you ask? Because then people have a really negative perception of you, and perhaps if you have a disability, the disability community as a whole, if we all start to portray that the government should take care of us because we're disabled, that doesn't set a very good example or image to society on the abilities of people with disabilities. Do you know somebody who is entitled, has a sense of entitlement, that they don't have to contribute to society, they don't have to work? Help them out by pointing it out. Show them what they're missing. Show them what they're losing out on, and show them the damage that they're doing. Perhaps they feel a sense of entitlement and they're taking advantage of the people that are supporting them, whether that's the government, their families, or their spouse. Sometimes they don't even realize they're doing it, so we do owe it to them to point it out. And again, not in a nasty, caustic way, but in a way that shows them what they're doing and how it's wrong. Take a look at your life and the people in it. If there's somebody that has a sense of entitlement, especially if it's your children, have a conversation with them to get them to start to shift their mindset. Because if we don't start now, we're going to live in a world of a sense of entitlement, and nobody's going to do anything, and it's going to be tragedy. It's all downhill from that. But continue to work hard, be positive, and give back. That will help all of us lead a happy, positive life. Until next time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and I'll see you next time.